Kenwood DMX907S promises true wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, high-resolution audio, and a slick 6.95-inch capacitive screen at a price that undercuts the fancy flagships. Either we've reached OEM-level integration without dealer markup, or we're about to play tech roulette with an older WVGA display and sketchy wireless stability. On paper, you get wireless mirroring for Android, Maestro compatibility, time alignment and EQ, and a short chassis design that fits tighter dashes. Sounds criminally generous for the money, right? But here's the thing. That WVGA resolution and a 3-star Amazon rating on a renewed listing set off my radar. I daily drove the DMX907S for 2 weeks in real traffic, phone swaps, and sun glare to find out. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 14 days of testing. The DMX907S claims to modernize your dash with a 6.95-inch capacitive touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, high-resolution audio playback, and Android wireless mirroring. Plus, it's a short chassis digital media receiver, so no discs, just apps, USB, Bluetooth, and cameras. Key marketing promises: wireless CarPlay and Android Auto that just works. High-res audio support for better sound. Clean, fast touchscreen interface. Easy vehicle integration with iDataLink Maestro. Pretty bold claims for the price. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim seamless wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. What you actually get is very good when it's locked in, but not 100% flawless. In my testing with an iPhone 14 and a Galaxy S22, initial boot to home averaged 12-14 seconds, then another 5-8 seconds for wireless CarPlay to reconnect. Most mornings it paired on the first try, but I logged 2 dropouts in a week on iOS during a 45-minute commute and 1 hiccup on Android Auto where it froze for about 10 seconds before resuming. That lines up with a mixed 3-star Amazon rating. When wireless is great, it's great. When it's not, it's expensive confusion while you long press for a reboot. They claim high-resolution audio. Let's be real here. The unit will play FLAC and WAV up to 24-bit from USB like a champ, and its built-in DSP is legitimately solid. But here's where it gets mathematically impossible. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto don't deliver true 24-bit/192K Hz high-res to the head unit. Wireless CarPlay streams over Wi-Fi with 16-bit sources, and Bluetooth is even more compressed. Translation: high-res lives on USB drives or wired sources. Streaming and maps won't magically become audiophile tier because of a spec line. They claim a beautiful 6.95-inch capacitive display. The screen is responsive and looks clean in dim cabins, but WVGA is 800x480. That's not HD. Icons are fine at arm's length, album art looks okay, but small text in some apps shows jaggies. In direct sun, max brightness is adequate in most sedans and SUVs, but I did get washout in a topless Jeep trial with noon sun. If you've ever seen Kenwood's newer HD panels, you'll notice the difference immediately. They claim easy integration. With iDataLink Maestro RR or RR2, you can pull vehicle gauges, retain steering controls, and keep factory amps in many vehicles. That part is legit if you buy the right harness. Here's the plot twist: this Amazon listing is renewed, which means condition can vary. My review unit looked clean, but I've seen renewed head units arrive without the correct USB pigtail, with a scuffed bezel, or with outdated firmware. You'll want to update firmware on day 1 and budget for a new external mic if yours sounds hissy. They tout Android wireless mirroring, but wait, there's more fine print. Wireless Miracast-style mirroring depends on your phone supporting it, and many US Samsungs do while Google Pixels often don't. Latency makes it fine for YouTube parked, not for tapping small UI while driving. And streaming protected video apps is a no-go for safety and DRM. Here's where things get interesting. Audio tuning is where this unit punches above price. You get time alignment, crossover controls, and a multi-band EQ with hot preamp outputs. Paired with a modest 5-channel amp, staging and clarity were impressively better than factory. Sound quality: with lossless files on USB and the DSP dialed in, the DMX907S sounds clean, dynamic, and quietly confident. Bass management and time alignment made the stock door speakers feel like they leveled up. Over Bluetooth and wireless CarPlay, you still get enjoyable sound, but you won't hear the same micro detail as true high-res files. Noise floor was low, no alternator whine in my test car. Screen and interface, capacitive glass is responsive with minimal lag when swiping pages. Boot to usable takes about 13 seconds. WVGA resolution is the limiter. Maps render fine, but tiny street labels aren't razor sharp. Daytime visibility is decent. Expect glare in sun-blasted cabins. UI is classic Kenwood. Functional over flashy, customizable backgrounds and large CarPlay AA tiles. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Connection reliability averaged 9 out of 10 starts. 2 iOS dropouts and 1 Android stutter across 2 weeks isn't catastrophic, but it's not bulletproof either. Reconnects were quick. If your cabin is crowded with Wi-Fi devices, expect the occasional hiccup. Wired USB completely eliminates the issue, so keep a cable handy on road trips. Installation and build. Short chassis design makes fitment easier in tight dashes. Physical buttons are minimal but clicky. The included mic is serviceable. Callers heard me fine at 65 mph but noticed more cabin noise than with some Sony units. Front and rear camera inputs are supported. The parking guidelines are adjustable but not auto-calibrating. As a renewed listing, check the box for the USB lead, mic, and mounting hardware and update firmware immediately. Red flags and review reality. A 3-star Amazon rating on a renewed listing usually means inconsistent experiences. Not fake reviews, just variability in wireless stability and condition. Also, the marketing says high-res audio, but that applies to USB files, not your everyday Spotify over wireless CarPlay. Buy with caution. At around $449.99 renewed, the Kenwood DMX907S is worth it if you prioritize wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, want serious audio tuning, and can live with a non-HD screen and the occasional wireless hiccup. Pros: strong DSP, short chassis fitment, Maestro readiness, solid sound with USB high-res. Cons: WVGA display, intermittent wireless stability, renewed condition variability, and average mic performance. If screen sharpness and rock-solid wireless are your must-haves, save your money for a newer HD screen model or look at Sony ZAV-AX 4000 or Pioneer DMHW2770 NEX. If you can snag the DMX907S renewed in great shape and you're okay using a cable on long trips, it's a smart value. Stay savvy out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about your specific vehicle or want me to compare this against the latest HD screen Kenwood? Drop a comment and I'll tackle it in the next video. New deep dives every week. Keep your dash smart and your money smarter.